needs a loan right before Shemitah, you shouldn't say, no, I'm not going to make that loan because it's going to be forgiven tomorrow. So you should make that loan anyhow. Don't be somebody who's blial and not make that loan. So the question is, how can somebody, these two don't appear to be of the same severity. Somebody serving Avodah Zarah, convincing others of Avodah Zarah, and somebody saying, don't make a loan. What's the idea between the two? And I think I've seen in the Farshim, the idea is that one who serves Avodah Zarah doesn't appreciate that the source of goodness, the source of everything comes from HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and he's saying it comes from something else. He gives credit elsewhere for the goodness, for the material wealth, for everything that happens in the world. Somebody who doesn't use his money, isn't free with his money, as Hashem commanded him to make a loan to somebody else, he's saying the same thing. That he's saying the source of my wealth, of my goodness, of my bracha in my family is, comes from elsewhere, not from God. Just like God has told me to give the money to somebody who needs it right before Shemitah. If I'm not going to do that, listen to God, I'm saying my wealth, my blessing comes from somewhere else. Now, it's very important for a person not to feel, to recognize the source of the bracha in his family. In the pasuk, Hashem says to Bnei Yisrael, "Now someone titain lo, lo yira levavcha b'sitain lo, ki biglal hadavar hazeh yivrech Hashem elokecha b'chol ma'asecha b'chol mashach yadecha." HaKadosh Baruch has blessed you. He's given you wealth so that you can pass it on elsewhere the way that He asks you to. So we're not going to make that mistake today. We're not going to forget all these tremendous bracha. Glasses go on and off right. I guess it goes to being mechutin and nila, so I can't read without these on. So I'm going to do it. So what I'd like to say is, again, we don't want to let the day pass by without being modeh and giving thanks to HaKadosh Baruch Hu on the tremendous blessings that we really feel today, that we're experiencing today. Firstly, for making this wonderful shidduch. You guys are amazing. Stephanie's an incredible girl with wonderful midos and grace and an adorable and witty personality, which we love. It's amazing. And when I say midos, I'm not even talking about the outstanding stats about points per game and steals per game and minutes per mile. Those stats, those midos, those are different midos. But again, the personality is just endearing and we love it. Shmuzi and Stephanie are inseparable. There's so many common interests between the two of them, which is really unusual and amazing. And they're really unbelievable together. So it's really, really from the heart. We really feel that Hashem worked overtime on this shidduch, put a couple extra hours, because it's just really such perfection, b'ezras Hashem, and it should continue that way. We're thankful to Hashem in joining us at the hip with the Greenberg family, who are delightful, easygoing people. All right, so they take their games a little bit seriously. But that's great because so does Shmuzi. That's fine. It's been a lot of fun planning, preparing, organizing with Barry and Aviva. More importantly, sharing and relishing the play-by-play as Shmuzi and Stephanie's relationship developed. And got more and more serious, and we had to deal with this thing, okay, for the first time, right? And it's amazing that sort of really on the same page with everything, and that should continue. It's really, really wonderful. And we would, like to thank you for welcoming Shmuzi into your family and making him feel really at home in your home, and that's tremendous to us. So thank you so much. The kids are also, there's a tremendous, integration with the ball. We had Jake at our house for Shabbos. I think Jonathan, Alyssa, the whole family really, I think the families really get along, and it's really wonderful. Finally, for bringing some female chromosomes into our family, which is wonderful, into our all-boy hockey equipment house. It's been an all-boy house from the very beginning, and this new dynamic of having a daughter in the house is strange and unfamiliar and wonderful and really a lot of fun to watch. It's all coming together. Stephanie fits in perfectly with our family. It doesn't hurt that she more than holds her own on the basketball court with the guys, and that's fine. As an added bonus, as the supply of Weinstein women from up the block dwindles day by day, it feels great to welcome a super new Weinstein woman into our household. So, with that in mind, I'd like to hand it over to Shmuzi. A great milestone to everyone. Thank you all for coming out. And we're just, from the bottom of our heart, Gila and I are tremendously thrilled with by this day.
Okay, so I've never done this before, so I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll speak from the heart here. I'll be short. Sorry, I said I'll speak from the heart. I'll be short. Okay. First of all, I really mean this when I say thank you all so much for coming. I'm flattered to hopefully met you all and like to meet you, and as you know, hold on. I have a list of thank yous, so I'll start from the top. Thank you to Mr. and Mrs. Greenberg, of course. I still don't feel comfortable calling you Darnell yet, but this party is amazing. Thank you for setting this up. Thank you for taking such good care of me. Thank you for taking such good care of me over the past 10 months. 10 months. And you've really welcomed me as one of your own, and I really feel at home here. And thank you so much to you, and to Jake and Jonathan, wherever you are. And thank you so much. Also, Alyssa. Alyssa, you're amazing. Okay, sorry. Seriously though, thank you to, I don't know if they're still here, but thank you to oh, my parents are still here. Thank you to my parents, of course, and my mom was up there. Thank you. Thank you for being amazing, and also, on Stephanie's side, welcoming us in, even though it was awkward having Stephanie in my house for the first time. My brothers were taking pictures and sending that to everybody because it wasn't a common sight. But hopefully 10 months later, it's a little more. We actually have a wing in the basement now for girls. Okay. Anyway, really thank you to. My grandparents are still here. Okay. Thank you to my grandparents. You guys are amazing. We were in Israel for the whole summer, and they basically took us in and took care of us. And can you hear me? Grandma and Grandpa Fold took care of me, and Stephanie, and Grandpa Weinstein, who's with us on iPhone, and
laundry.
And right. Okay, and also anyone else? I want to first of all, obviously I don't know why I haven't, but thank you to Hashem, because everything that's happened, from the moment that I laid eyes on this girl in training camp, was it a year ago today, until now, everything has really been surreal and incredible, and every day, and it's been so nice, and I really don't. I'm not exaggerating here. Thank you. Of course, thank you, Stephanie, because you taught me so much. You've taught me how to rush, and honestly, she brought so much into my life, and I love you, and thank you so much. Wait, I'm not. Okay, wait. So as some of you know, I surprised Stephanie today on Bear Mountain, but the secret was out really starting like Wednesday time. We started texting everyone, telling everyone, for those who knew, if you didn't. So thank you, everyone in this room deserves a thank you for somehow she didn't know that it was happening today, even though she was with me the whole time. I think she knew. Did you know? I recommend to whoever will be getting engaged soon, definitely have a secret engagement, because after you realize how hard it is to keep secrets, after this one you'll never want to do it again with your and it was literally impossible. But I hope she was at least a little bit surprised. And I'm rambling on. Oh, Bar Torah. Okay, so in this past week's parsha, the pasuk says, "Tzedek tzedek tirdof," that you should definitely pursue justice. But it also says a little bit earlier, "B'tzedek tirdof zamisecha." You should tishpor zamisecha. Thank you. You should judge your people with justice, right? So the question that the Gemara brings up is, why exactly do you need that twice? It seems pretty clear the first time. And the answer that the Gemara gives, and I'll keep it short, as I learned from my dad, is that it's important that you judge everybody with justice, but the reason why I said tzedek twice is because the best form of justice that you could possibly do is pshara, which means compromise. And when it's great when you come to justice when the two parties agree on a middle ground, and if that's the way that you can solve your issues, that's amazing. And so I definitely want to thank Stephanie for compromising by always seeing my side in things. I'm doing what I say. But seriously though, I was gonna say, so that's, I mean, I'm not really in a position to be giving marriage advice, but I guess whoever is here can confirm this, but the best marriage, I assume, is when you compromise with each other. Okay, so I actually was unable to make my way to the Lechayim table because it was crowded, but this is the best I got. It's water, and I just wanted to, what? What do you want? No, it's okay, it's okay. Sorry, I've been rambling. So Lechayim, to everybody, thank you all so much for coming, and for everyone here, and for...